y'all, it's Michelle from The Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is Scrap-O-WEEN Day 27. It is Wednesday, and it's our last Spooky Pocket Wednesday of this series. I can't believe we're in the last week of October. I've got my pictures set up. I have some supplies picked out that I want to use, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is pick out some cards. And right away, I want to pick out this one with the hearts. And then I'm thinking about using the 3x4 cards up at the top, but I decide, no, I don't want to do that. I want to find a piece of paper here that I can use for both sides. And I picked this one out. And then, okay, y'all know me and my measuring. I don't know why I kept thinking that this was a 6x4. It's an 8x4, so I needed to cut it in half at 4 inches to have two 4x6 cards. Me and measurements. So now I'm thinking, well, how do I want these to be? Do I want the pictures to be close together? Do I want it to be kind of opposite one another? And since I don't want to make a decision yet, I abandon that and go down to the bottom right. And here I am just using some leftover scraps from the layout that I made yesterday with this one here. And I find this little die cut that I want to use. And then I'm looking through these word stickers and nothing was really sticking out at me that I want to use, because I was wanting to say something about parties or whatever, and the only sticker on there that talked about a party was costume party, and that's not what I wanted to use. So I'm looking for labels that I can put on here, and it's hard to see, but in real life you can see it, but on the screen I can't really tell. But I have this little black scallop piece, and if I put the label down, it just basically covered the whole thing. So I moved it down some so I could put the label down and my little orange die cut with the stars. And now I'm just going to put these down. And this picture here is just a picture of our living room with all the decorations for Halloween, and we're getting ready for, or actually, we got ready for people to come for the party. And here I'm going through the stickers to figure out which ones I would like to use. And since I have this big, huge spider that is in my blinds, I'm like, oh, this is a perfect spot to put a spider web sticker. I wanted to put it up a little bit higher in the corner, because now it's pretty much just about covering up the spider. You can't really see it anymore. But once you put these stickers down on the photos, they're well and truly stuck. So here I was thinking, oh, I could use these candies because we're having a party, but no, nothing really looked right for me. So I'm like, oh, I'll just go ahead and write my little bit of journaling here, and I just write a little bit about everything's ready and we're so excited. And I get this little puffy ghost out and put him on. I just absolutely love these little puffy stickers. And a little jack-o'-lantern there. And I'm thinking, maybe I missed a word sticker. So I read through them again. But no, the only thing that talks about a party is a costume party. And we didn't have a costume party. So now I'm going to stick these two pictures together. I don't think that these two are printed out together. I think there were other pictures with them. But I'm going to use my trusty washi tape here to stick them together, and I'm going to treat them as one picture. So here I'm looking through the die cuts, and I really like this striped one. I think that the colors goes really well, but I really want to talk about these cookies, so I choose this little die cut instead so I have room to write. And what I'm going to talk about are these pumpkin spice cookies. Y'all, I just loved them. I was not expecting much because they are Walmart brand. It's just great value. But I cooked them and they were delicious. I loved them, and I wrote on my little thing here that I liked them better than the red velvet cupcakes or the yellow cake cupcakes. And now I am looking for some more word stickers, and nothing on there talks about cupcakes or cookies or anything. So I find another little puffy ghost to use, and I was thinking about using one of those little trick-or-treat pails with the candies in them, because I was talking about, the treats for the party and everything, but instead I got these enamel dots and just put a little cluster down at the bottom alongside my washi tape with the little skulls. And now I'm thinking, where do I want to go next? So I go ahead and put this little label here, and then I find some washi tape to make me a little base. I don't know why, but I always think that my labels need to have a little base to sit on. And these little pumpkins are so cute. The little jack-o'-lantern faces. I'm going to stick that on here. And this picture is a picture of an arrangement that I made in this basket to block behind the couch. We had gotten a new couch, and my husband was very worried that the cats would get behind it and use it as a scratching post. And he wanted something to not necessarily prevent them, because if they really wanted to get back there, they would, but discourage them. So I went to the store and got all this greenery in a little basket, and this was really my first time at some major arranging. I think it turned out all right, and the cats really don't get behind the couch. It may not have been a problem anyway, but he did not want the cats back there. And I don't blame him. I don't want the cats back there scratching on it either. Now, this card is kind of giving me fits. I pick it up and look at it several times and abandon it. And this picture here that I put the heart on is a picture of a dragon that my daughter drew. And so I put the heart on it, and then I have this little word sticker that says magic, because it's just magical how well she can draw. And I'm looking for something to go in this heart card, because I was thinking about writing about the dragon that she had drawn and everything. And I was thinking about talking about my plant arrangement, but I'd already done that on the card itself. And this one of her dragon it's pretty self-explanatory. She drew a dragon. So there's not really a whole lot that I have to say, but I'm still thinking that I'm going to write this big old long story. So I abandon it again and go for the top. So here, this is a view from a lookout at one of the parks that's not too far from us. And we had gone, well, it was either a trip with what was it? It was a little outing. It was an outing with the class of 2021. My older daughter's class had taken a little trip out there to walk around and spend some time together before graduating. And at the top of the ridge, there's several little lookouts, and this is a picture from one of the lookouts. The ridge has some trees, but they built like a little bridge thing from the trees out to a platform so that you can see out towards the hills beyond. And I just thought that it was such a pretty picture, so I've got that there. And I'm looking for some labels, so I found some labels that I could write about the view and everything. And now I'm going through the die cuts for just some embellishment. And of course, this is all Halloween stuff. And I'm thinking, well, I did find this little leaf here that I had cut out. It's like a clear leaf, so I had put it on some white cardstock and cut it out. And I'm thinking about using this cat like going, oh, it's so high, but I decided not to go that route. So the little cat's not going to stay. And then I thought about, oh, I could use this camera because it's pictures, but I was like, nah, I don't like that either. So I'm just going through, and finally I'm like, yeah, this is Halloween stuff, and I don't really want a bunch of Halloween stuff for these pictures. So I go and I get some. Now this is where that leaf that I had cut out came from, was this little sticker sheet. So I put another leaf in one of these round circle labels, and then now I'm looking for some more die cuts for decorating. And this die cut pack is from Simple Stories Cozy Days collection. That's what it is. And that's actually part of my Kit on Sundays. So here I am using a little bit of my Kit. But it is really great. There's all kinds of little die cuts and big die cuts, and I thought about using this label instead, but no, I like what I've got started up there for decorating. Excuse me. I'm sorry. And then I find this little flower. I thought about putting that other flower in the label, but I decided against that, and I find some more little leaves. There's just so many little things in these die cuts. I think there's another die cut pack in there from a different collection too. I can't remember the name of it now, but it's also Simple Stories. This is an older collection that came in one of their warehouse boxes. So I've got all the things that I want to decorate with, so I'm going to go ahead and start gluing everything down. So I'll get my label down, and then I'm going to put this banner down. So pretty. I just love this collection. I need about 3 or 4 more of them. But if I don't use all of this one, then when the new one comes out that I really, really love, then I'll feel bad about wanting to get it because I'll still have tons of this one. So let's use it up so we can buy more stuff. So here, I kind of forgot where I was going to put my acorn originally, so my little decoration cluster here is just a little bit different, but that's all right. It gives me still plenty of room to journal about the view. And then this one, I'm going to go ahead and put the picture down. And it's a little bit taller. I probably should have trimmed it just a little bit, but that's all right. I just put it level with the bottom so it's not sticking up out of the page protector when I get it in. And I put this little die cut, and I'm going to journal in this square one, but this round one, I still want to put a decoration in. So I pull out these little stamps, and I get some of my Distress Oxide ink pads out, and I'm going to use these 3 leaves that are up at the top of this stamp pad, and it's a old Studio Calico stamp that came in an October kit that I had gotten on for sale or on clearance or something. And I'm telling you, these stamps are wonderful. I love them. They stamp so well, and I'm thinking that I probably wouldn't have even needed to prime them because they just really felt like real high quality. But here I'm just making a little spray of the leaves, and I've used, I think it's Crackling Campfire and Spiced Pumpkin, or Carved Pumpkin rather, and that one is Wild Honey. So, and here I'm just using a white eraser to prime my stamp. Usually I put it on the back of my arm, but this time I used an eraser. You can do either. The white erasers are probably better, but your arm works in a pinch. So now I have my little spray of leaves in this label, and I have my maple leaf in the top label, and now I can put my flowers and the other leaves down. And if only things went right back in the place that you had originally put them. I should have angled my flower up a little bit more. because now it doesn't look quite like it did, but that's okay. And here is just another, if you go further down the trail, now, then you could see another lookout. And here I'm thinking, I'm going to write this big long story, and I'm like, I'm not going to write a big long story. I've already said everything I wanted to say. So I need to find a different card. And right here, this one right here, perfect. The leaves just go perfectly, and I stick this little puffy pumpkin right there in the center, and that's gonna do it. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe. I hope you've been enjoying this series. I can't believe it's almost over. We just have a few more days left. And then, let's see, what is for tomorrow? Tomorrow is Thursday, so it is Halloween Throwback Thursday. So I'll be scrapping another older Halloween. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.